Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Retrograde Entropy, and my microphone does not want to stay where I want it to stay. Okay, that's probably all right. So it is it's an exercise machine. Just ignore that. This is Saturday. It's the Saturday where something might have happened, where I was supposed to go into the city and meet up with some people and do some stuff. That kind of fell through, which I'm not entirely unhappy about because it means I get another day to just sort of sit back and relax. And it's freezing cold today anyway. It's like 6 degrees this morning when I was thinking of going for a walk. So I said, screw that, I'm not going outside. Yesterday morning, after I did my morning walk, my really warm coat was getting very manky, so I put it in the wash. I think it's probably ready at the moment, but not quite. I'm going to leave it, and then maybe in the evening walk, I'll be able to use it again. But this morning, 6 degrees Celsius, and the coat was still a bit wet, so I'm like, I'm not going out. And I didn't go out last night either because it was pretty cold. So I did some treadmill last night. I did some treadmill this morning. I didn't last long on the treadmill though, only like 3.5 minutes. And I didn't get my heart rate up to where I do when I walk. When I walk, my heart rate goes up to like 100, bit over 100. On the treadmill, my heart rate was like 80, 85, 90, something like that. But my legs were getting sore on the, not on the treadmill, on the exercise bike. Yeah, which is fair enough because I was actually doing some squats this morning. So the active health guy wanted me to do some leg exercises, so I did some squats. But I got really bad knees. Like, I think genetically I have bad knees because my mum had bad knees. And I also got a soccer injury on my right knee, which I think sort of permanently screwed it a bit. Doesn't worry me for walking, but if I'm walking upstairs and if I'm doing squats, then it starts to, really complain quite a lot. So, yeah, that's not good. I mean, I could not do squats, but I want to do some sort of exercise on my legs, and it's going to require bending my knee to do whatever exercises I do. So yeah, but there are some things I can do on that. I don't know if you can really see, probably not, but there's a leg swingy thing down the bottom of it, which you can do, like, you bend your legs up like that and you got weights on it and stuff like that, or you can turn around and bend your legs backwards and still use the weights. Is that sort of, what one of these workout machines looks like? It's got the little thing down the bottom, or you sit and then it's got the 2 or 3 round things and you can push up and down with your legs and stuff. You know what I'm talking about. So I might do that instead of squats. Maybe that would probably be less extraneous on my legs, perhaps, but we'll just have to see. So I did some squats. I did a workout and a treadmill this morning, as I already mentioned. The rest of the day is pretty much going to be sitting back and relaxing some more. I'm feeling pretty good. I was feeling maybe a little bit run down the last couple of days, but not too bad. And this day I'm definitely feeling good. Starting to get a little bit nervous though, because we're past day 50 and I got 120 days total. So it's starting to get close to the halfway point. And once it gets to the halfway point, I'll start to get really nervous. Not that there's any indication that I'm not going to be better by the time the 120 days is over. I think I will be. I think by the time 120 days are gone, I'll be able to go to work 5 days a week, no problems. And if there are problems, if problems do pop up, then I'll have the knowledge and the tools to sort it out, as long as I can keep the walks going. See, the thing is with my tendinitis, I don't worry about my tendinitis anymore, because if I do something stupid, I know how to recover. Okay, I know that it's not permanent. So if I play a ton of computer and last night, my finger was actually starting to hurt. And if your arms hurt and your shoulders hurt, that's not good. But if your actual finger hurts, that's when you know it's bad. That's when you know you've just gone over the line. So, yeah, that happened last night. Did not worry me. Worried me a tiny bit, but mostly did not worry me because I've had that before and I recovered. I know exactly how to recover. I haven't even used the spiky ball. I got a spiky ball around here somewhere. Here it is. See this spiky ball? I haven't even used this spiky ball. All I do is just go back and work out and it gets better. And yes, and I've been spending a little bit more time watching TV and doing puzzle books out in the lounge room. Although since I found this really good site for Killer Sudoku online, I've been doing it on the computer as well. But yeah, that's fine. So the point is, with tendinitis, I don't worry about it anymore because I know how to recover it. I know there are multiple ways to get it back. Now, I'm getting close to that for chronic fatigue as well. Obviously, if like when I started my leave, I was at a point where I was really, really bad. Like really bad. Like I needed to take time off work to recover it. So yeah, I was all the way down here, and to get back up, I needed to take time off work. I tried really hard to recover it while I was at work, and I had some success. But yeah, it was very tough. And when I had that really tough month in September with all the crazy work, I started to go downhill again, and there wasn't much I could do about it. Well, maybe there was, but I had leave coming up, so I was like, whatever, just get through it. So the point is, after 4 months, I'll get back at that sweet point where I can do 5 days a week, and if something happens, then I know how to take care of it. Hopefully that's what I'm kind of hoping for. So if I get to that point, I know how to take care of it. So I can go home, I can figure out some strategies like doing a bit more walking, like maybe doing some resting. Like lying down is a great way to quickly recover. Like lying down is the chronic fatigue version of this. You just like this, for like 5 minutes of pain, and then the next day you're a whole lot better. So lying down for 2 hours pretty much does the same thing. You're just so much better. If you've done like a 10-hour day or something like that and you're really over the top, then you lie down for 2 hours and that recovers a lot of it. Now, it doesn't recover everything. Obviously, if you're like really bad, like if you're long-term bad, then it helps, but only over the long term. If you're short-term bad, then I'm guessing that lying down will do a lot for just, it's like if you've got a short-term problem, sometimes a short-term solution will fix it. If you've got a long-term problem, then you need a long-term solution. So that's what I mean. I'm hoping that after the 4 months, my long-term problems will be gone. And I'm not saying that short-term problems won't happen, because they will. You'll have a 10-hour day. You'll have like going out to the city on Saturday and then having to do the cooking on Sunday. And then by Monday, you're just, terrible. So that's a short-term problem. So if you've got some short-term solutions, like lying down, like taking an emergency day off, sick days and whatever, and blah, 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 and then you spend half the day just lying down and relaxing, that's the sort of thing that will be good. And that's the sort of thing that I can take care of. If I get to the point where all my long-term problems are gone, and I think I'm going to get to that point, I'll be honest, I think I may already be there, to be honest. I don't feel chronic fatigue anymore. Like, I know what it's like to have chronic fatigue. It's like being tired, but it's got a chemical feel to it. It's like being chemically tired. Like there's some imbalance in your brain which is causing you to be tired, as opposed to just lack of sleep, which is just feels so natural compared to chronic fatigue. And I don't have that. I haven't felt that for like a few weeks now, that chronic fatigue. To be honest, I never really felt it at home. Sometimes. The only time I really feel it is if I've spent like 8 hours solid on the computer or too long on the computer, and then I start to feel it and then I start to back off. But other than that, I'm fine. So I've just got to push myself high enough so that I can do that 5 days of work per week and still be fine. And considering where I am right now, it's hard to judge because I'm not working at all. Like my original plan was to take 6 months off and then come back to work and do 4 days a week for like a year. And I think that's unnecessary. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to sort of like maybe do 3 months off and then do like 3 days a week for a month or something like that. That might be nicer than just sort of just boom, just go from 0 days to 5 days. But my leave would be also messed up with that. The long service leave would be all over the place. I'm not sure if I even could do that with long service leave. And if I go back, I'm not going to have any annual leave, basically, because I used it all up. Because I was planning to have some left over, but then I pushed my long service leave back another 3 months, and I had to spend annual leave during that time to sort of keep doing 4 days off. So I basically no leave left, whatever. And whatever amount I'm going to accrue while I'm taking long service leave, I need like a week of it at the end of January, because my long service leave only covered for like 3 months and 3 weeks. So the extra 4th week had to be covered by annual leave. So I'm going to have basically nothing when I go back to work, which is a bit scary, to be honest. It's a bit scary, but I've got confidence that I can do 5 days a week. When I come back, I got quite a bit of confidence. Yeah. All right, I don't have a huge amount of confidence, but my confidence is growing all the time, so it's pretty good. And I'm sure some things will come up, like hanging out with friends and going out with parents and that sort of thing, that will test my endurance levels over time. And yeah, they'll make me more confident that I'm okay to go back to work at the end of January. So anyway, that's been pretty much it. Today is going to be not much. I actually have a bookcase that I want to put all my puzzles in that has to be moved down the dining room. And I haven't done it yet because there's a table that needs to be moved, and the place the table needs to be moved to is where my old desk is, and I still haven't cleaned that up. So, but what I'm thinking is I'm going to ignore the desk, move the table, put the bookcase there, and then move the table in front of the bookcase, because I don't need to access the bookcase, and then that'll get all of my puzzles out of my third bedroom where they're just all over the floor, and I keep tripping over them when I'm going to hang up my clothes. So yeah, I might do that today as a kind of little project. And I'm still going to do the dishwasher because that didn't get done yesterday. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to have a nice, relaxing day. Might get back into some programming because I feel like doing some programming, but I'm still really into the computer games. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you guys later.